Can you tell us what exactly happened on the 18th of this month when Ricky Rai was targeted?
On the 18th, he reached Bidadi at around 7 in the evening, because there are a lot of work which is happening there. And he was supervising everything. He wanted to bring his family back from Moscow, so he was getting his son's room ready. So he was showing some lot of interest in finishing the room, because they had to do some playing area and fix up the carpets and all those things. So things were not getting done fast. Even after there were around so many people working there, things were not happening. So he decided to go to Bidadi and look into all these things. In the meantime, he called the manager, he called few people whom he daily interacts. It's an ongoing process. As he goes there, he calls everybody, the folks, he briefs them what has to be done the next day and all those things. So things were going on. So at around 10:30 or so, he had his dinner. And around 11:15, I think so, if I'm not wrong, he left to Bangalore. And he crossed the gate and he went further. When he reached the main road, he realized that he had forgotten his wallet. So he asked the driver to turn back, and as usual, he came back. By the time he came back, his wife called him, and she was briefing him about some videos, what she sent about her son and all those things. And they were interacting. It's a family talk which was going on. So he sat for some time, spoke to them. Again, he spoke to the staff because they had already gone. He didn't want to leave in a hurry. It's a normal tendency. Ricky is very different from others. It's not that, he goes on certain planned timings. He is very different. So he comes back and he rests for half an hour, 45 minutes. Then, he leaves back again. When he leaves back at around between 11:15 to 11:30, he leaves the house. He crosses the gate. I mean, there is a huge gate which has a layout there. So he goes further and hears this sound. See, Ricky is little well versed with weaponry because he has taken a full-fledged course in Russia. He knows to handle weapons. He is informed about the weapon. He suddenly, realizes that somebody has shot. And he shouts in pain. He shouts in pain. There is blood just pumping out of his nose. And initially he didn't realize that his right arm was shot. But then his nose was almost into two. It was totally shattered. Then he shouts at the driver, and suddenly the driver stops the vehicle, and the security gears him up just to, secure him first. And after that, he tells the other security through the walkie-talkie and the phone, and all the other security men comes back. They come to the spot and, they realize that there was a real gunshot which has happened.
Who do you believe was behind the attack on Ricky Rai and why?
See, when Muthappanna was there, he was a person who was interested to look after the country. Even when he was in Dubai, all our agencies were in touch with him, and he stopped so many unnecessary events, like underworld events or maybe anti-national events, and he was awarded by the RAW for all these things. So in the process, they generated a lot of enemies. Enemies in the sense who were against India. So in this process, some of our local goons, small-time goons, they were, I mean, it is not to be mentioned at all. But what happens when money is involved in certain places, when property is involved in certain places, all these small-time goons, they get together. Once they get together, then the target is only the rich. Now today, the rich people in India, they are always at fault. So the problem here with Ricky Rai is because Muthappanna had left some properties to the children. Of course, he had to give it to his children. Whom else can he give? So in the process, they developed some enemies, and not everything is right all the time. So what happens is now, how can I give my property to somebody else apart from my children? So in the process, they developed some enemies like that.
Ricky Rai has been doing a lot of social work through Jai Karnataka. How has that work possibly threatened certain underworld groups?
See, Ricky is a very, very passionate guy. Now, after the demise of Anna, Ricky took over Jaya Karnataka. He was just guiding them because he also he was very new to all these things. But even then, he picked it up very fast. After a certain point of time, the Jaya Karnataka wanted his full-time involvement because this baby was already born. The Jaya Karnataka was already born. And I can challenge you that no other person in India can form such an institution which has done such good jobs. During the corona times, tons and tons of groceries were given, a lot of helpless children were looked after, a lot of old age homes were looked after, and whoever goes to Ricky, he will never send them empty-handed. So the question, of Ricky Rai being good or bad is judged by the people only. So they cannot be another Ricky Rai or they cannot be another Muttap Rai.
Yeah. We also hear that Ricky Rai holds significant property assets. Do you believe that property disputes are one of the main reasons behind these threats?
Definitely, yes. What happens is when you have properties like this, there were disputes which were going on, and we settled a major dispute in the month of November, December. I mean, till November, December, there's nothing happening. After the settlement is done, everything crops up. Now, how do you believe that these things are not affecting him? How do you believe that these things are not behind the entire episode? So people who are involved have to be taken to account. We had a lot of properties here and there which are still under dispute. Now, we are getting it sorted out. Dispute in the sense, it is not like, we have encroached somebody's property. It is all bought by, fully purchased properties. Now, you being on the other side, you want to create some dispute, you want to create and, take a portion of the property, which we are not going to allow. So that retaliation has caused a lot of enemies.
Understood. You mentioned that underworld groups plan to falsely implicate Ricky Rai's brother. Could you explain more about that plan?
Definitely. See, it's a normal tendency. Now they hold properties thousands of crores. Now what happens is, now one brother is eliminated. Then the other remains. So it is easy to handle him because he is never here. And Rocky is such a gem of a person. He is never into money. He will do his business, he will live peacefully. He is a very systematic person. In the same way, Ricky Rai too. They are not behind money at all. They are not behind any other unnecessary things. Now the underworld thinks in such a way that if I eliminate Ricky, then we can hold Rocky responsible because he has done this. Or we can try to extort from Rocky. These are certain concepts, they are kept in mind and attacked Ricky.
Understood. Ricky Rai's brother is staying abroad. How is he reacting to these threats against his family?
Nobody is scared. These threats, they have seen it throughout their life. But the problem is, now only after the case is over, all these things are getting erupted. He is not bothered about threats at all. Neither any one of us are bothered about threats. The only issue is, why now? So, because it is happening in a wrong time, our eyes are on certain people. So, this could have happened long back. Even when the cases were there, this could have happened. Nothing happened during that time. Now, because, we are into, it's not small. We are into big time real estate. So, what happens is, all the eyes are on us. That's why, they try to do such things.
Understood. It is said that Ricky Rai has no criminal background and is a very humble and innocent person. Could you highlight some examples of his social contributions?
See, Ricky is all by himself all the time. He is passionate about his body, gymming, diet and all those things. With regards to his social service, he is very much involved with Jaya Karnataka. Whatever social services activities are happening in Jaya Karnataka, it is a blessing of Ricky Rai only. And the Jaya Karnataka president also, he is also handling things very well. What happens is, under his guidance, Ricky is doing all possible things to help them out. I mentioned to you earlier also, when in 2021, when the corona was there, tons and tons of groceries are gone. A lot of orphans have been looked after. A lot of old age people are looked after. And see, to be very frank with you, now when there is a problem, everything comes on us. But when during the happy times, nobody talks about all these things. What Ricky has done to the society, nobody wants to talk. Now there is something negative happening in the society. People try to portray him like that, which is absolutely false.
I understand. Given the serious threat to Ricky Rai's life, have you or his team sought any official police protection?
Yeah, immediately after the incident happened, police have given us absolute security. And we appreciate that. You know, he's been guarded round the clock. And we have a private security also, which guard him round the clock. We will up the security time and again.
So, do you think the government or police should take this issue more seriously considering the involvement of underworld elements?
Yes, the government has already taken steps to curb all these, so-called goons. So let us wait and see. It will happen in another few days. The police are very serious about the entire episode. You can't even imagine the amount of senior officers involved in this case was humongous. And they have worked for at least 3 nights continuously. Hardly they have slept for 1 or 2 hours. This is the effort what the police department has put as of now.
All right. And your final question, what message would you like to send to the public and authorities regarding Ricky Rai's safety and the work he is doing?
See, the media or maybe the opposition or maybe Ricky's enemies are portraying things in a different way, which is absolutely false, and there is no truth to that at all. We know Ricky from the day he is born. So I know him in and out. I know him very well. I know the entire family very well. So what happens is, we know Ricky's nature. Anybody goes for help, he is the first person to open his arms and welcome them, help them, and do whatever possible from his side. Now, you portray such a person in this way, people should be ashamed. This is not the right way to do it. If you have the guts, you come in front and talk about him. Don't create such narratives and, show him like a negative person or a villain. Today he is suffering for what? Only because he is saving a lot of people in the society. We have taken it up like a challenge, We will see that he continues to do his good work and we will do it forever. Thank you.